Welcome back to the On the Pony Express podcast. I'm Dean Ralsky, joined by the main man himself, Eric McClain of ACC Network. How are you doing?
I'm great, man.
You talked about maybe the ACC and SEC finding some common ground about the college football playoff format. There will not be any common ground found in Clemson, South Carolina in week one when they take on the LSU Tigers. How excited are you for that matchup, but also the first 3 weeks that are announced?
The only thing common is that they both use the term Death Valley.
Let's dive into the season. Year 2 in the ACC. You go up against a few teams that have returning quarterbacks from last season when you think of Boston College and Grayson James, Cade Klubnik, Josh Hoover, Elijah Brown, a couple of whom you got to pick off of last year. When you go into this season, how helpful can that be when you faced a quarterback before, when you're preparing for them, but also live during a game when you maybe know some of their tendencies?
For sure. Tendencies are a big part of football.
There are a bunch of new faces, especially on that defensive line. The linebackers work very closely with the defensive line. So what can you tell people about what to expect from this front four, front seven, whatever you want to call it?
You can expect us to get after it.
Touched on the tight ends a little bit, and I asked Kevin the same question, but what does that tight end room allow you to do personnel-wise, in different packages and just creating mismatches?
Yeah, it just creates a ton of versatility.
Just wanted to ask in general what you took away from going to the Manning Passing Academy and just being around just a bunch of talented quarterbacks.
Man, that was a great camp.
As fall camp starts a week from tomorrow, it's going to be hot. It's going to get ugly. What do you want to see from your offensive line group on the field, but also just as a unit off the field together?
So I think we have a good culture already.
2 of those first 3 games will be watching the Clemson Tigers. For you as a Clemson guy, how are you balancing the excitement, but also the nerves knowing you've got some real competition in the first few weeks of the season?
Yeah, no, it's a great opportunity for Clemson.
And looking at the rest of the ACC, just in general, who are some teams that are not being talked about enough during media days?
I love this question because
Let's start with the big news for ACC Network today. Jimbo Fisher joining the crew. Just what does that mean for ACC Network?
Yeah, we're excited.
It's no secret the SMU defensive line lost a lot of production from last year, but I've heard some people say that it might be taking a step back. No, you go up against that defensive line every day. What can you tell people about how talented that group is?
I think we did a good job at addressing our needs.
You mentioned the duo of Buffalo. I think now with the move to the ACC, you're starting to see SMU get the recognition they deserve. But how cool is it to try and shed some light on maybe some areas and players in college football that aren't getting as much recognition as they deserve?
Yeah.
Will add to, Coach Lashley said today, RJ Maryland and Matthew Hibner on track to be ready to go for the start of the season. So exciting times for SMU, exciting times for the On the Pony Express podcast. From Eric McClain, I'm Dean Ralsky. Thank you for watching.